holiday and you know how you walk into the main door? Yes.
Yeah.
It's over there.
Which?
The other one, or you the one with the green stairs to go up to the.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the library is already set out.
I'll let him know.
Where the hell's the map? I'm trying to
Look at the camera now. I think so.
Hi guys, we are going to get started here in about All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to HackAI 2025. My name is Roshi. I am the president of the Artificial Intelligence Society. It is my absolute pleasure to welcome you all here today. My team is I'm happy that we're able to share with you guys. We're here today to talk about AI, AI. There's one thing I want you guys to talk about. So without further ado, we're going to get started with our program today. All right, so this is a little about who we are. We are a society. Our main goal here is making it so one of those is we host a weekly workshop series. Socials, industry events, and then we also have another program building out the program. All right, and so this is my board of directors who have one of our hackathons is so that's all I got.
All of these companies, everyone is Amazon. And by the way, I used to work with Amazon for like 5 years. Actually, but so not every company. And What they do is they run SQL queries, create Tableau dashboards, which is like repetitive work, right? And then someone says, hey, can I have a so conversation is your nothing but it was all a photo of it. So, like the company said, there's a company. As a model, email. The boiling point. Let's say you work for an let's say you financial studies to an investment banking company, and let's say you're an analyst or a relation maker. How would you go through all of this, right? You're like, and you're doing this for, let's say, 50, 60 companies. That could for many years. And also, today's challenges. Are That's what we talked about. Markets, let's say in addition that's essentially what XCC does, right? We're leveraging LLM to go through a structure, tabular data. And now that we have the structure we want, we now have so as an where most of the clients have no policy. So the main issue is not and family friendly is you can in that caution. We this is not family friendly. So it's okay. So it's how do you solve it? Okay, so that's just
could rewrite the query into multiple ways and like what are the characteristics of family friendly.
So essentially what you can do is that's why graph that comes into the picture, right? So if the hotel is, and then you have multiple other hotels, right? So hotel has a geography. That is obviously you know that, right? Hotel has to look near some restaurants and so on, near some tourist places and so on, right? So that's why graph comes into the picture. So that's why we talk about node to web very quickly. But essentially, what you can do is you can look at the neighborhood of the hotel and you can infer that it has very similar structural patterns. It's near as I was saying, like near a museum or near family-friendly activities and so on. And that's how you can infer it. Again, it's a very broad example, but essentially when information is not readily available, that's where graph comes in. Right? But yeah, again, this is a very simplified use case. You have this chunks, which is a better representation, you think. The left or the right? So, and that's where I won't get into all of this, but essentially one key takeaway for everyone is embeddings, right? How do you think about embeddings or graph? So, text embeddings, you all know, you have sequence of text, you have script and models and whatnot, right? So, essentially it's a sequence. But what happens in a graph network is you have nodes and relationships. Right? So, you start with a random walk, you start from any particular node, in this case it could be an hotel, right? And then you go to the next node, which would be to a spot. You go to the next node, which would be some restaurant from the restaurant or whatnot, right? So each hotel will have like so many paths. You take random walks from each node, and then what you do is you flatten it. So essentially what you've done is the sampling strategy is essentially you do random walks in your neighborhood. It's just like you're in your house, right? And you go for a walk. And you see a lot of play areas. You see a lot of kids parks and so on. And usually you know, right, there's more of family friendly. Whereas you go to some other places like tall buildings and what, you get a sense that maybe it's downtown. Right? So you look around the neighborhood, take a walk. Similarly, you have all of these sequential data now, and now you can frame it as an embedding text, just straight text embedding. So oversimplification, but again, what this does, text embedding gives you words which are very similar to each other, close to each other, but here what we do is these nodes are hotels, right? So basically hotels which have similar structural patterns will finally show up on the, when you look at it in the 2D space. Just like in text embeddings, you have similar concepts very close to each other. Here you will have hotels in this example close to each other because they have nothing to do with text. You can pass this no text just through structural relationships. And you're like. So, and again, it's really something which companies have realized, you know, like as I was mentioning earlier, we need to move on, and that's why LLMs will create knowledge graphs. So that's really democratizing this technology. And then there are some patterns, I won't get into that. But one of the patterns I want to talk about, which is very similar to your text to SQL, is once you have everything in a graph format, the way you interact with the graph is using cipher language. It's pretty similar to SQL. So, two things here. One is to solve for the chunking problem with graph representations. And second thing is you can leverage an LLM to create cipher queries, just similar to SQL queries. And you can extract relevant context from the LLM. So that's just one of the patterns. There are many other patterns. But applications are humongous, right? Once you have graph embeddings, once you have, so you can imagine, instead of hotels, let's say these are transactions. If one of the dots is pretty far away from a certain cluster, it's most likely a fraud, right? So that's why like, there are multiple other applications of graph embeddings. But the key here is this is something which is really evolving and finally bringing it all together, right? So this is something that we have been working on for a client. It's still not done yet. Putting in the, as I was saying, we have built demos and whatnot. Putting into production, there are some challenges we are facing primarily related to latency and so on. Question comes in end of the day, right? So it's a Q&A system. That is a router agent. You must have heard of agentic frameworks, right? Or anyone? How many people are familiar with agentic frameworks? So again, that's the future, right? That's what we are seeing huge demand for. LLMs hallucinate, right? So agents basically two, three key things about agents. So definitely you reflect on your output rather than just an input and an output. You post correct as needed. For a complex question, you can plan, you can allocate it to multiple sub-agents and so on. But yeah, here it's in the Q&A setting. Question comes in the RAG setting. There is an LLM that decides, hey, will an algorithm work or should it be a combination of some of these architectures? Really, you extract the content and you pass it to the LLM. So essentially, that was it. So we go back to what our goal was to summarize, right? Just, hey, I mean, tech stack is solved. Multimodal track, there are a lot of implementations happening. Text to SQL has opened up a new paradigm to integrate the track. And graph track, hopefully you now understand the critical problem with traditional RAG is the moment you chunk, you try all kinds of tests you mentioned, right? Query formulation, whatnot, right? Fusing the context, need anchors. They just fail. I mean, when it comes to highly complex documents. And finally, you could get the best of all of them when you put it into an agentic framework. So that's all I had actually. Thanks.
So here's the time that you guys have been waiting for our challenges and traps. Can we get a big drum roll? All right. First of all, I'd like to present Nerve. Can we give him a big round of applause?
All right. How's everybody doing today? You guys doing all right? Yes? Come on, get some liveliness. So I'm gonna do something a little, hopefully everybody's willing to engage in this, because some of y'all seem a little dead. We're gonna have to see if you're alive in there somewhere. So if I could get every single, look, now y'all are talking, I like it, there we go. So I'm gonna do one thing real quick, so real brief on Nerve. Okay, now we're really talking, I like it. So one thing I'm gonna do, guys, is we're a mental health nonprofit, but I believe in physical health. So can I get everybody to stand up real quick? Every one of you, stand up real fast. Everybody get up, I'm trying to get your blood flowing because you guys are about to have 24 hours of cooking up, so you need to stay focused, drink caffeine, and I have one brief note I was gonna say that I put at the front, which was, if this goes bad on my presentation, I'm blaming Roshi's team because I have too much caffeine from him. So thank you to the team. So thank you guys, real brief, I wanna do hold your applause real quick, but I want to do a thank you first off, and I want you guys to have a thank you, a round of applause for, not yet, hold it, but for Roshi's team and UT, the AI hack and everything that's going on right here, and I want to get a round of applause for yourselves. So everybody, a huge round of applause. And now you can see so first off, guys, thank you guys for joining. I probably took like a minute and a half right there. Also, I had 2 minutes, so I'll talk fast. Hopefully, you can process just as quick. So my name is Daniel. I'm the founder of Nerve. We're a mental health nonprofit, right? So we're working on a mobile gaming app. It teaches students music, video, and photography production, right? And so that's what we're doing. I can give you the whole spiel on who we are, why, and what got us here. We can do that after the fact. So as far as the challenge front, this looks a little different than what I'm used to. So we are not working on any of the music, video, or photography today. What we're working on is going to be the mental health side. You guys are going to work on a gaming app, mobile gaming app, that's going to develop mental strength. So your goal is wide, You can get as creative as possible. The gamification can range from maybe just the UI UX all the way to the way you design lessons. It's up to you. That's your track plan and how you guys want to go about that. So this is a little foreign to me as far as looking at it in this format. So I'm grabbing my phone, not because I'm nervous, but because I need to see this. So let's see here. So a couple of components you guys get to work with are going to be developing, we are looking at where you can develop mental resilience. These components are things that you're going to look for: gamification, the user having fun essentially, and things like habit tracking, etc. You can look at all the details and you decide upon that. One important variable I know that'll be important to you guys is, why would you choose this prompt, right? With choosing our prompt, that is one you can choose. But based on working on this prompt, it actually tracks out for 5 others, ranging from the education. So this is all from HackAI, ranging from the healthcare, because we're mental health, etc. So it's kind of a knock out multiple birds with one stone. So some of those main components are developing mental strength. It's up to you how you want to design that. There's open-ended on that. The few variables we're looking for is, how do you articulate you solving the problem? So your presentation. How are you going about the function of this creativity, making sure it actually works, and things of that component. And so let me look through any of these other last details. And one of the main things here is that on the mental health industry, everyone knows the clinical side of the approach, right? So when you're building, a solution like this, the clinical side has a data point because there's a problem. We're not on the clinical side. We're developing a preventative mental health care app, right? So it's a little more abstract because you're solving for a problem before the problem exists. So again, for this challenge today, I wish you guys great luck. I hope you choose our challenge prompt. And again, you're just looking to build a mobile gaming app that develops mental strength. You get to solve for how you look for that. And I hope you guys do amazing. Thank you guys.
Thank you to Vera Demka. We would like to introduce Elsa. I invite you once again to introduce their sponsor track.
So I spoke about this during my presentation. It's essentially sort of a PDF document that will be provided to you, like 20 pages or so, but it will be rich in text, it'll have tables, it'll have images. And the goal would be to develop a QA system wherein the end user can go ask a question and it retrieves the answer, right? And some things which you could take it as a challenge is, okay, one is search, you go search. But let's say you want to do some calculation on top of it. There's a table. And I want to ask, hey, what's the correlation between X and Y? Think through if those are some challenging things you could do, right? But essentially that's what it does. Feel free to acknowledge and take, whatnot. But that's pretty much what this is. And it's a real life problem actually, as I was saying, because companies have humongous data as we all discussed, and hopefully have fun doing it.
Thank you. Okay, next up, we'd like to introduce WL Labs. Woo!
Howdy, y'all. My name is Tyler. First of all, I just want to thank AIS for having me and my org here today. But I'm the vice president of Nebula Labs, and we make free and open source software for students at UT Dallas by students at UT Dallas. You may have heard of our most popular project, UTD Trends. If you haven't registered for classes yet, you should really get on that, but definitely check out Trends. But one of our other projects that flies under the radar is the Nebula API. And this is a project that actually powers all of our other projects. And basically, if there's a UTD website out there, we scrape it. So we have coursebook data, we have UTD profiles data, we have grade data, and we have several sources of events data. And so our track is to create a project using our data that helps students. So we'll give you an API key and all of our raw data, and you're welcome to add on to one of our existing open source projects or create something completely new. As for prizes, we are a student board, so I can't offer you an internship. And our hiring, or our purchasing process is a bit slow, so our prizes are in the mail. But first place will get a Corsair K70 Pro keyboard, and second place will get a JBL Clip 5 Bluetooth speaker. And thank you, AIS, again for having us.
And with that, we'd like to introduce Sauce Bros as another sponsor track.
Can I get a huge energy boost, y'all? Thank you so much for coming. My name is Biggie. I am not part of Sauce Bros. I am the chairman of Artificial Intelligence Society. I just look fancy while all of them do all the good work, so please be kind and respectful. These are amazing officers and people. So, Sauce Bros. What is Sauce Bros? They are a company that we've been using through AIM for the last 2 to 3 years. I've actually been a huge fan of New York pizza. They're actually rated one of the best pizzerias in the US, in CNBC. They got news featured, but the guy comes from he's a Bangladeshi dude that makes pizza, right? But he comes from a data analytics background. And I love Red Wine, right? He knows that he wanted to eventually take advantage of this data, his analytics, and all the cool stuff behind it. But he's like, dang, I don't have the AI expertise, I can't code it. And then I waited for 2 years. I said, store it, we'll use you for a potential challenge. After 2 years, he has the data, the reports, everything. This also kind of integrates with other challenges as well, but we've collected all the reports the last 2 years from sales, everything, and now what he wants is a predictive model that forecasts and looks for the next sales. And essentially, you want to think about the consumer. This is how, even for the mental resilience app, all of this is about how can you take your AI expertise and help people. So, still with the prizes here, and then also talk to us if you want clarifications and other stuff. But yeah, this is Sauce Bros. A huge shout out to them for coming in. Also, they also sponsored pizza yesterday, so shout out to them for coming in and doing that. So yeah, thank you so much. I'm gonna hand it off to the next one. I'm also representing Soundrop. For context, I work with startups across the world, mostly in Texas. This is actually an AI sound engineering app. They're based out of Japan, so new home for wins. So we finally got them in. But essentially, they're providing y'all a free platform to create music. So if you raise your hand if you love music and DJing and all that. Let's go. Let's give them a huge round of applause for all that. Good vibes. And the challenge is to make AI generated music that enhances storytelling. Specifically, we don't have any we're not trying to put you in a box, but there is a tutorial and there's know-how with it. If you have any questions, they'll also be potentially available virtually at nighttime because they're based out of Japan. But yeah, and the winners will get a full creator plan, and you're actually able to save the audios for random vibe music we can do, and we'll probably try to incorporate that in. Next.
All right.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right. So with that, we're going to be moving on from our sponsored tracks. So let's move on to our AIS track. So for the AI-powered project, from all of the projects today and tomorrow that stood out in every way possible, clever, complete, and ready to ride beyond the hackathon. So that's our AIS track. And then moving on. Okay, moving on, we have our theme tracks. So starting out with stable condition, being our healthcare track, build tech that helps folks stay well through software that ropes in healthcare from access and equity to wellness and care delivery. With that, moving on to stacking stacks. That's our finance track. Create tools that wrangle money, boost financial literacy, or open new trails in the world of finance. Okay, next up we have learn the ropes for education. With this, we want you to build tech that helps folks teach, learn, or grow, whether it's in or out of the classroom, for students, teachers, or lifelong learners on the trail. And lastly, we have green trails for sustainability and for good. And for this track, we want you to build tech to leave the world better than you found it, whether you're building for the planet, a community, or a cause. Okay, so now we move on to our mini tracks. So these mini tracks include Run Solo, which is your solo hacker, Howdy World, get it, hello world, for your beginners, Lasso the Layout for UI UX, and then the Big Yeehaw. So you might be wondering what the Big Yeehaw competition is. So this is your best pitch competition. At 12 p.m. on Sunday, we will be posting a Google form in the Discord channel announcements. This will be where you, the first 5 unique projects that have been submitted will have the opportunity to present at the best pitch competition at 3 p.m. on Sunday. The audience will have the opportunity to vote on their favorite projects, and the winners receive an Amazon Echo. So pro tip for this, we do have a how to pitch workshop today at 4:30 p.m. So if you plan on signing up for this competition, make sure you check out that workshop.
All right, so now we get into the rules. So you guys will have 24 hours to build your projects. Teams of 4 people. If you don't have a team yet, no worries. We do have a team building event happening right after this in the room next door. We also have it on our Discord channel. So go in there, you can meet some people. What is going to be required is that you have to register your project to DevPost tonight, 11 p.m. You're also required by tomorrow morning submission time to submit a 1 to 2 minute video. And yeah, just expectations, be original, be honest. And yeah, have fun. So we also have our terms and conditions and code of conduct, so also check that out. All right, so we are going to take a picture of this screen. These are your resources. The Hacker Pack has all the information on all the tracks we just listed. So all the data sets you might need, any sort of criteria, it's all going to be in that Hacker Pack. Hacker Pack also includes all the schedules for the day, so all the workshops we're having. We have the link to our dev posts as well. Our website, and of course, join the Discord. When you join the Discord, you're gonna be entered into a room. You have to react in order for it to let you in. And so on the Discord, if you have any questions regarding the tracks, you have questions for us, the organizers, it's all there. So yeah, please go sign up if you haven't already. It's also on the back of your badges. So.
Okay, and moving on to judging and rules. So judging will happen on Sunday, which is tomorrow, 1 to 3 p.m. The rooms will vary depending on your team members, and all of that information will be sent out to you. You do not have to worry about that at the moment. You'll have 3 minutes to demo, and then which is your pitch, and then you will have 2 minutes for the judges to ask you any sort of questions. And it will be a strict 5-minute deadline for your pitches. So you will be assigned to a station, and the judges will come to you. You do not have to move around. Please be respectful of the judges' times, and you must have your dev post submitted by 11 p.m. tonight with the tracks that you will be submitting to. And with that note, track submissions. So you are limited to submitting for 2 sponsored tracks and 2 themes. Anything else is optional as long as you're eligible. So your mini tracks and everything, make sure you are eligible before you apply. If you apply regardless, if you're not eligible, you will not be considered for those tracks. And Soundbite mini track is considered as a sponsored track. If you have any questions at any point, obviously compliance officers, we can help you out. And all of this information, like Roshan said earlier, will be available on each of the resources that you just took a picture of earlier.
Okay, and here is just, y'all can take a picture of this. Like I said, it's also in the Hacker Pack, but if you're interested in SoundRaw, not necessarily just use it for the project, but you get a month free. So this is sort of the instructions. You have to make sure when you sign up, you cancel it after, just so they don't charge you, by the way, but you get a month free. And then if you're also for use Perplexity, we have Perplexity Pro, so you can use this QR code to sign up.
Sorry, you guys, I'm coming back again. So Beta Fight. So as I said, I work with startups. One of them is Beta Fight. We met at South by Southwest. Beta Fight, what they're solving is how do we take the resume and make it look better? Okay, everybody has a PDF format. It doesn't look good. People need to make portfolio websites, and that doesn't look amazing because you're not great at code. Beta Fight takes that concept of like taking your experience, all of that, and putting it into a very nice, tight way. So this is a solo founder based in Dallas, so we're supporting her and she's supporting us. So we just give a huge shout out to them, and as they're one of our partners, yeah, we'll be in touch to see how you can at least get an example. Yeah.
Okay, now to the fun stuff. So today we're gonna have a couple different fun events that you guys are gonna be able to attend. So as we mentioned, if you don't have a team,
team building workshop is gonna be in ECS West 1355. So if you need a team, you need to meet new people, go to that workshop at 12 p.m. Everything else is just gonna be stuff that you guys can use to relax from hacking, to take a break, game room, tai chi, late night mixer, as well as the night snacks. So make sure you're taking a picture of this and you have this schedule in mind. And then also we have technical workshops. So we have some of our sponsors here that are giving some technical talks. The times are listed on there as well as the numbers. And for each of these workshops, we're also going to be not only going to be gaining technical skills, you're going to have an opportunity to be entered into a raffle. So all of the prizes that you see on the side are going to be the raffle prizes for each workshop. So as soon as you enter into the workshop, you'll be handed a raffle ticket, and then at the end of the workshop, we'll be doing a raffle. So take a picture of this as well. You'll have, oh, sorry. Never mind, don't take a picture. But the information will be in the HackAI. Lastly, not lastly, but one other fun thing that we're gonna be doing is the Bounteous Egg Hunt. So Easter is tomorrow, so happy Easter, everyone. But we do have eggs that are sponsored by Bounteous, and so if you find these eggs, you're welcome to keep them. They just have some silly putty in them, so you know, if you find them around ECS West, that's that for you to keep. And then one other thing, please be careful of how much caffeine you're consuming this weekend. We have a couple of different energy drinks for you guys to choose from. So all of the caffeine content is listed up there. The recommended maximum for 24 hours is 400 milligrams. So do your math yourself, whatever you do with coffee, please keep that in mind. Yeah, everybody to stay safe, stay hydrated. Wait, we got a couple more things, guys, please be patient. We have food groups, so everyone is going to be getting on their name tags. They have A or B in the circle on the front. So when you guys get food, Discord is going to be announcing Group A or Group B. Come down and get your food. So when you guys see your group being called, you're welcome to come get your food. So that is that, and then I'll just hand it off to Vicky for one last thing.
So hang tight for a second. Just a reentry. I am Vicky, I'm the chairman. I just want to say a huge shout out to Roshni, all the team that's here. Can y'all all stand up, please? Stand. Raise your hand if you're an officer or helped out with sponsors of some sort. Thank you so much. Can we give a huge round of applause? I think you guys know this. HackAI doesn't happen every year, but it's super dependent on these amazing officers. And I just want to say thank you so much for making our dream come true and y'all coming. So kind of hear the rules of how to win hackathons. Have fun, open-minded. Your goal isn't to quote unquote win. Not everybody's going to be a winner. Come meet new people, gain your perspectives, and come like a student. Come and talk to the sponsors, talk to us, talk to me, and we'll figure out like what is your best track and actually build something cool for your resume. Shout out to Reggie right there. We met last week at a hackathon. We placed. All you have to do is meet strangers, come and talk to people. If you guys want to talk to any like potential industry people, come to me. I'll network you with my startup network. For context, I work with UT on the technology commercialization side, which is a sexy way of saying, hey, research, make money, startups, hence why we're here. I just want to say, come with an open mind, learn a lot, have fun. We have a lot of fun events. Thank God for the amazing team we have here again. And thank you to our sponsors. Give me a shout out to our sponsors. Thank you so much. We also post this slide for you. It's like nuggets of gold that we present. Please review it and try to incorporate it. And if you please use AI in your idea generation. It's how we won with vibe coding. It's how you use AI to come up with your ideas. It's how startups are accelerating right now. And if y'all need internships, we don't have all these big companies offering. However, we know that people are in their lock-in mode. So winners will get referrals through my startup network. I'm just letting y'all know. But again, no idea is too small. Come in. What starts here changes the world. Okay? Thank you so much. I want to say, I'm a brownie hack. Happy HackAI. How do y'all? Thank you so much. Oh, unshackled? Oh, okay.
Sorry, we have one of our other sponsors who just showed up, so we wanted to also introduce a track. And last one, and then you guys are free to go.
Sorry, we just had a new addition for a track. So unshackled is based out of Dallas or Austin, I forgot. She's also somebody we've met through my network. They use AI to help women that go through home abuse and domestic abuse. So it's a very noble cause. Is how can we take AI technology and support people through times of crisis? So it's a very noble thing. And then here's a challenge: design a solution that allows the experience of a person reporting their incidents and how it uses. And there are some details there. I was not prepared for this, but also like you guys want to be more like a listener in your developing your LLM. So I'll actually have to read this again, and I'll be helping out with you. And also,
We do have.
is she here?
Do you
Oh
want
my
to
God! Thank God! Come! I'm so happy you're here.
I feel like I'm coming down for a prize show.
Yes, let's go! Everyone give a round of applause. So, amazing lady. I'll let her introduce herself and her company. You go ahead. You got a couple.
Thank you.
2-3 minutes.
The timing. I just came in from Austin, Texas. So I
Woo!
appreciate y'all welcoming me. I'm like, more welcome. Nicely just introduced. HackAI is actually used to track, respond, and detect different threats. So a lot of us may be aware of like coercion, manipulation, gaslighting, anything of that nature where it's like little nuances where like something just feels really off, but it's kind of hard to track that. And sometimes we go through like maybe verbal abuse, maybe emotional abuse, psychological abuse, different little things, and we just can't pinpoint. And so in Shaco, we actually lift the veil and we start showing you different insights. We track different metrics. So we're tracking severity, risk assessment, any threats, any escalation patterns as well. And so this really helps a lot of different people, whether it's like workplace abuse, whether it's intimate partner abuse, whether it's something that you're dealing with a roommate or someone that you're interested in. You're like, something just feels so off when I'm with this person. They make me feel kind of bad. You know, you can use this for freeing yourself and getting some clarity. And so with this track, we want to be able to create different models to strengthen those patterns and be able to detect different patterns, different grooming, any insights. And so with that as well, we have lots of prizes as far as different gadgets, electronics, and some cool little pop culture prizes as well that we'll be showcasing, and some other merch that are really, really cool. So if you guys are interested in being like a FBI profiler or doing some psychological work and like actually unveiling a lot of that, this would be the track for you, because this is literally like building an FBI profiling, because we want to understand who this person is that is messing with us, what can we do, what are some safety protocols, and what are some insights and metrics that we can use to kind of arm ourselves. And that will be in the Shaco for you. Woo!
All right, so thank you guys again so much for being here. If you have any questions or literally anything, you can come talk to us or message in the Discord. We are going to be starting lunch at 12, so they are going to send the groups out. You guys we're going to sort of line around ECS West this way. But if you're also interested in the team building, you can go check that out while food is sort of getting sorted. And yeah, I know we have a wide range of different prompt challenges. It's just to show you guys that the world of AI is huge. It's not necessarily just in one industry. And so that's what, we hope you guys get from this. So yeah, thank you so much. Let's give a round of applause. Are you all excited? All right, thank you so much. Reminder, team building event happening next door.
Okay, we need to add the check-in ASAP. Yeah.
Just delegate it to me.
I'm gonna go.
Or not me here, the Sherman.